And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Music Free Gaming. All the gaming of those other streams, but none of the music. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a beautiful, beautiful Thursday. It's Mandalorian Eve, so that's got a lot to recommend it. I'm all excited to see how that goes. Apparently, my villager who burst into flame is super excited about it too. This is what happens. My villager farm just dumps into lava. I could harvest the beds. I don't. Um, hey, while I'm thinking about it, because it's awesome, um, I do have a merch store. So check that out at merch.streamelements.com/musicfreegaming. I even have a button for it. There it is, where I've got all sorts of good stuff. So be sure to check that action out. And it'll be all sorts of fun. I also have limited time holiday themed hoodie and mug bundle. Super cool. Get in on that now because after the holidays it's gone. So yeah. All right. Let's jump in here back into Minecraft because that's where the fun stuff is happening right now. Or, eventually. So, yeah, see, here's the villagers plummet to their death. It's sad. Also, got a rabbit in there just waiting to be dead, which is, okay for me, less okay for the rabbit, I suppose. Just give it a little bit of a slicey dicey. Anyway, so let's jump over to the market because that's where I'm going to be doing stuff today. So on Tuesday, over here in the nerdy market, I built a shop which I decided to call Magical Odds and Ends, which is now open. You can tell because it says so on the sign. See, I'm clever that way. Yeah, and it is open for business. I went through and dropped in some stuff so you can get your fortune enchanting books and your efficiency ones. I mean, sure, you could go through the pain and suffering of hitting the XP farm and then going to the XP shop and just buying it with XP, or you can give me diamonds. All of those are really cool, so, it's an option. Yeah, so the diamond chest plates and all that stuff here, these are fun because they're the same price as actually crafting it yourself, but you get some enchantments on it too. And then they give me the diamonds instead of wasting them on crafting. So that's a huge win for me. Assuming anybody cares. Anyway, but here's the thing. This shop needs some help. Okay, the building itself isn't bad. But it definitely needs a little tender loving care here because there's just all sorts of boring grass around it. So I need a couple of things. First off, I need some this. I also need my toolbox. All right, so I can get out one of these dealy bobs. There we go. That is in fact a dealy bob. Awesome. I don't need to know that I need all of those. Okay, cool. Actually, I'm fairly certain I don't need all of them, but fairly certain I actually really only need one. But that's the way things go. Sometimes you just gotta craft lots. Okay, so the plan is to remove these torches. Those are temporary. Fill out a little bit around the hill, coming down around this side. Oops, and just around all this, I'm gonna have to bring some of this light around. I also want to extend the hill down this side, right here behind the building, so it doesn't look quite as stupid. Okay. Right, just swing it around this way. Also, make sure I've got enough light going on around here as well. And then finally, what I need to do is, well, not finally. The next thing I need to do is get a garden. Yeah, flower garden coming in this way. podzol. I forgot to get some podzol. It's all right. I know where to get some, but totally spaced it. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, so grab some little podzol, grab some flowers, plant that stuff. Apparently I will just walk right up the stonecutter and not slice my feet off, because that's cool. All right, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line this path with some granite, which is nice because it's going to sort of match what's happening here with the sidewalk, though that was not intentional. It's one of those happy accidents. And I'm a big fan of happy accidents, so yeah. So that's the plan. So let's start with my box of... Oh, hey, my box of dirt is still in my inventory. Hang on. All right, 1 box of dirt. Okay, so, well, let's see now. Now, I think what I need to do here too... Oh, you know what? I should deal with those in some probably happy way. Let's also let's get my hoe. 1 garden hoe. Because, you know, I'm just gonna need to clean this stuff up. So okay, so let's do this. And what I'll end up doing here is replacing some lights and things eventually. Because again, I need this. I think it would be impolite to take this lovely stretch of whatever this is, city, and, you know, make it all dark and dreary. And besides, that's bad for business. You know, you get zombies and skeletons hanging around your shop, and that just ends up being bad for business. So I'm going to try to avoid that. And okay, so definitely bringing some dirt across this way. That was light right about there and there. All right. Cool. All right, and I'll be putting those lovely little lamps back, because I'm going to be needing the light, honestly. Okay, so yeah, because this is going to come across back this way. Okay, just like that. And this is going to slide across here. And once again, grab that, because I really don't want darkness to prevail. So of course it should be noted that that's where the light was. So you know, because I also partly want to keep the pattern going, at least to the extent that I can. Okay. Is it going to be perfect? Not at all. But is it going to be marginally okay? Sure. Let's go with that. Marginally okay. That pretty well describes so many of my builds. It was marginally okay. Some are really cool. Some are just, you know, they just fall nicely into that. Yep, that was okay. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this way a little bit. All right, I think I want to run. Okay, that's fine. I just need a marker so I remember where the light was. Oops, that's not at all how that was supposed to go. No, not even a little bit. This is what happens. You put a shovel in your offhand, suddenly you're making paths everywhere. All right, so let's see. Do I want some more dirt than that, or am I want to bring a little bit more this way, actually. Okay, just to... this is a steep hill. There's no getting around that. Okay, but. And it's again, it's a big but. Okay, so yeah. But I do want to kind of, maybe not smooth it out, but definitely bring it over. Actually, may just want to scale this out. Yeah, let's just do it this way. All right, so. All right, well, that's fine. I guess there were two there. Cool. Okay, so I'm just going to basically widen this hill a little bit. And I'm not too worried about pushing in on my neighbor right here, because I happen to know the owner of Nugget Tree, and I'm okay with pushing in on myself there. So, okay. Apparently, it's going to start raining though, so that's definitely an issue for people who don't like rain. Okay, I think that's okay. So I'll get some. I'll take that out. Yeah, that's not too bad. I can do that. So next thing I need to do is bring out this hill this way. Well, I'm gonna just fall off what I have here, which I think is still called a hill. You know, there are times I want dirt slabs. This is sort of one of those times. Am I out of? Yep, I am out of dirt. Oh, there's dirt in my box over here today. I'll remember what it's called. All right. But I don't need those seeds, so we'll just conveniently wrap around that little stretch of whatever that is. Okay. Hello, pig. Aren't you cute? All right. Or not, you know. Sometimes pigs just aren't cute, and it's okay. Not every pig has to be cute. Not everyone gets saved by a spider in its barn. Okay? Some of them actually do end up becoming bacon. And for those pigs, I appreciate their sacrifice so that my breakfast can taste better. Okay, so now obviously that needs to green up quite a bit, but I think let's bring this down this way. Oops, that's not where that goes. Bring this down this way just a bit. All right. Okay, that's not too bad, I think. Though I may drop that down a little bit. Basically, I just want to give it a little bit more of a natural look. Come on, jump. There we go. Man, it jumps so high, it's almost as if you could fly. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit here. Okay, I don't want to go too far out, because at some point, there may be other shops and other things that come out back here. Right? I'm pushing out a little bit, but I'm kind of lined up here with the purple parrot, so it's all good. Purple parrot is a lovely, lovely shop if you want purple or paper. Or purple paper. I don't know. So I'm just going to just slide this around a little bit. Now, some of this might look better once it actually greens up, which is sort of the nature of the beast, you know. The grass grows and then it becomes green and not brown. Okay. So I think this is okay. I'll play with the rest of the landscaping once I start getting flowers and stuff in. I think that's going to be the right way to go. So get the flowers in. I'll start seeing what this looks like. And I think overall it'll be good. You know, start getting the lights in and all that. So, all right, so I can keep everything on the level. All right, so now in my soggy wet attire, okay, I'm going to slab things up here a little bit now, just for the sake of keeping this party lit. Okay. Now. Yep. I know. I admit I just covered up some lights. That's okay. All right, and I think what I want to do is right here. Actually, let's take that out. This one as well. This is the joy of using a Silk Touch pickaxe, which I totally forgot that I was doing, but, you know, I am. Alright, so I need some stuff. Let's grab... I will need those, but I'm going to need a few more other things there. Let's grab some... Yeah. Some blackstone brick. Okay. Now, this is going to come up this way. Right, so right up this way, 2, 4. Is that good? I think I want to take it up one more. No, well, let's see. Here's what I want to do. Okay, let's go ahead and take those off for a second. Now, I have either in my hot little hand. Yep, there it is. My hand is so hot. Though technically not quite as little as you might be led to believe. Sorry about that. I'm being deceptive again. Ah, there they are. I know I had some of this polished. Okay. Since I can fly, I will. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to run this across that way. So let's take a look now. Is that... Oh, yeah, that's just beautiful. Okay. I left my lamps in San Francisco. Hang on. Let me jump back to Carrotville. Over here. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so that's going to go there like that. Now, you can see I've got some darkness here in the middle, right? And that's just sad. So I want to be sure that that gets taken care of in some way. Because, you know, I don't want darkness there. I don't want mobs spawning there. You know, all of those things that are typically undesirable. I'd like to, you know, leave them undesired. So, fair. Okay. So, the next thing I want to do. Now, I could... Right, there was lamp right under there. I could just slide some things over, but I think I'm okay for the moment. The other thing I'm going to do, just for... It gives a really subtle texture change here. I'm going to replace some of this coarse dirt with regular dirt. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So it's real subtle. Just gives it a little bit of a variation. Not a lot, mind you, but a little bit. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to need here is some, again, as I'm saying, some podzol. I also may want to move that tree, but I think it's okay. I think it'll be fine. Totally and completely, that's just the definition of fine, is it's right there. I'm okay with it. Okay, so, let's see. Podzol. Where do I have podzol? I have lots of podzol in places where podzol grows. Also, I have way too much junk in my inventory, so dump the oak leaves, because I absolutely don't need them right this very instant. But I'll put those back when I fill in the lights and stuff around here, so. Well, we'll leave that for now. Okay. So let's jump back here. This is a nice little area. Why? Because this is where I live. Alright, so let's see. Let's just real quick take those out for me. Okay? Why? Because, hey, I'm gonna snarf up some of this podzol. Okay, and since I'm going to replant this spruce tree there, all that podzol, or all this dirt, will turn back into podzol. So that'll be lovely. At least that's the plan. Okay, so I don't have silk touch on a shovel, so I'm doing it with a pickaxe. It's just fine. Nobody, as long as you don't tell anybody, it'll be okay. Right? That's how that works. Okay, so we'll just drop this in there. I think I want to grab just a little bit more. Okay. Alright, so go ahead and plant that tree there. So that turn all of this good stuff into podzol. And you know what? See if I can pull this up before the tree grows. Should be able to, but it's, you know, what's the random tip going to do to me? You know? Alright, so I've got 36 blocks of podzol. I think I'm going to want more than that. Just as I'm thinking about it, I don't know, maybe not necessarily a lot more, but definitely some more, so. Alright, where's my axe? Alright. So, yeah, I've got a little inventory space. Let's pull off some of these spruce leaves. I like spruce leaves. It's not to be confused with Bruce Lee. But Spruce Lee, the tree that kicks back. Okay, that was not a good joke. I apologize for nothing. Okay. Alright, so let's get that in there. Now, I fully expect to be out of stuff here soon. Okay, well, by stuff, I mean inventory space. And by soon, I mean like right now. Alright. Well, let's see. Go ahead and just fill this in real quick. I'm going to need those saplings so I can replant this tree. But if I don't, well, I'll end up just going to get more saplings. I have a lot. Okay, I think that's probably sufficient for the needs of the day. So, yeah. Awesome. So now let's go ahead and drop off the dirt for a moment. Grab the saplings. Those are not saplings. I recognize saplings. Those are not them. Okay, cool. Well, that should do it. If I had brought my shulker box with me, I might have picked up those leaves. But, on the other hand, I'm right here. This is my base, after all. I have stuff here. It's a lot quieter here out of the rain. Alright. One of these days, I'll actually put a door there. In fact, do I have an acacia door? I can real quick. I can have several acacia doors, but in this case, I will only have 3. Because that's just how many you craft. Okay. So we'll just take this handy dandy acacia door. And, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drop off one of those stacks of birch or spruce leaves. There. Okay. I've been meaning to do that for a while. I just haven't gotten around to it. Well, apparently around to it just rolled right through the stream today, so congratulations to me. I actually got something finished. Okay, so great. So those trees will grow. Turn that dirt into podzol. And it'll be great. Because that's just how we roll here. Right? Because great things happen. I feel like I should take out that one little bitty hill when I replant that tree. Will I remember to do so? Probably not.
Take it out now.
I could take it out now, but well, I do have the inventory space for the dirt. But then I'm going to end up leaving a floating tree because I don't have the space to put in the acacia. So it's just going to sit there and I will forget about it until next time. But that's okay. In the meantime, it's getting to be dark and scary out, so let's do something about that. You know, it'd be really cool. Say if the rain stopped. It's like it wasn't raining, but it was still making rain noises. What the heck is happening to this tree? Okay. That's odd. All right. That tree is now perhaps a little stubby, but okay. Well, you know, it beats what it was doing before, whatever it was doing before. All right, so let's head back to the market and continue on this. So I'm also going to be building a couple of custom trees, I think, here too. Oh, okay. This Enderman head just slightly freaked me out. A little bit. Just a little bit and slightly. Turns out those two things happen on occasion together. Alright, so let's grab some of this podzol. Now, what I'm going to do is drop off some stuff here. Alright, put the coarse dirt in there. Alright, so let's take out some of this. Again, I could use my shovel and not the silk touch pickaxe, but you know, that would be fine too, I suppose. But all right, what I'm gonna do here, forgot that there was some light under there, is I'm going to just bring a little bit. Maybe I don't want it there. All right, well, I'll figure that out eventually. So let's go ahead and drop off some stuff here. And I need some flowers. Let's start with some roses. Because roses are good. You know, who doesn't like roses? People who get stabbed by them. Those are the people who don't like roses. And I think those people have a reasonable... Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do at all. I had plans. Okay. So we're going to throw a little bit of rose right there. Let's take... have some sweet berries. Maybe want to... I may pick those bushes. I might. Okay. So we'll just put a little bit of that there. Now, let's get some other flowers. Right? Because I've got... Oops, those are not flowers. That's blackstone. Looks similar to flowers, except for the whole doesn't look anything like flowers thing.
That's a minor difference.
Minor. Very minor. Small. Tiny difference. Also, sorry for repeatedly hitting the microphone. I have no intention of doing that on a regular basis, but sometimes your intentions and reality just don't line up. Okay, so I'm going to grab some of these some cornflower, some allium. I was sitting there a little bit thinking, all right, where am I going to find some more... let's see. Where am I going to find some flowers, right? I'm sitting here thinking to myself, flowers. I need to have flowers. Where do we have a shop at 10? Then I realized my mall, Carrotville, sits right outside a flower forest. It's like, I have flowers. Lots of them. So, hi. All right, so the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to plant some grass here as well. Oh, I should grab some bluets. Okay. And no, it's not a description of how my some of my games go. I'm going to just put a little bit of grass here. Just as... I'd like to make that tall grass, but apparently I can't. I tried. Oops, darn it. All right, and we'll put a little bit of that there. When I tried to cut it down, I had silk touch shears and all that stuff. No, I couldn't collect it as tall grass. That was a little bit annoying, but it's okay. So we got some flowers there. Now, I'm going to come back here. Again, it's the wrong box. And put the grass away for the moment. And I'm going to start back here. Oh, I need some more podzol. Why the podzol, you ask? Just because. No, the reason I'm using the podzol is that I want some inventory space. Do I have space? Yeah. The podzol looks like potting soil. So look, this looks like a planted flower bed with soil or like wood chips, or you've seen those types of things out there. That's kind of what I got going on here. So, all right. Now the other thing, as I said, I still need to get some light over this way. Okay, so I'm gonna run some. This garden's gonna run this way quite a bit. Okay, just a bit. Now I've got grass going on here. Do I want to? I think I do want to wrap this around the side of the house just a little bit. So this is going to come this way. Right, and then I'm going to take the grass. And I'm going to... Oops, that's Podzol. Okay, let's try this again. Take the grass. See, this is grass. Okay, take the grass blocks. And just run them down this way a little bit. Okay. And I think I do want to run some more dirt, which I have here somewhere. It's almost as if I have a full box of dirt that I could use to do this type of stuff. All right. And I definitely hear a zombie. Okay, how did a zombie spawn inside Nugget Tree? Okay, I mean, seriously, there is so much light inside here. It's crazy. That's nice to see people are buying stuff. Looks like string. I need to come out here and refill some nether wart and stuff too, but you know, stuff. My honey. The honey doesn't sell as well. Leather. Looks like I need to maybe restock some leather as well, but okay, anyway, I was up here filling in this hill. Okay, torches. I would not want to deprive you of some torches. Okay. Yeah, so we'll let that all sort of green up. Maybe what I'll do, just as I'm looking at the shape of this, is I'm gonna bring this way just a little bit. Okay. It just kind of feels like it needs a little bit more hill coming this way. Okay, something along those lines. All right, cool. I suppose I could do the whole water feature thing here too, right? Just a little waterfall coming down. But I think not. I think I'm okay where that is for now. Anyway, I was going to take some flowers here. In this case, some roses. Because again, roses are nice. They're nice plants to throw in the back because they're very tall. But some other great flowers. Peonies are wonderful flowers. Right? The problem is they're also tall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop back here. Drop a little podzol down here. And just throw some peonies right like that, right? Cool. So now let's take some sweet berries. Oops, those are not the sweet berries. There we go. Plant them there. So it'll be sort of similar on both sides of that. What if the zombie spawned somewhere else and then just walked into Nugget Tree? It's possible, I suppose, though zombies don't typically close the door behind themselves, but that's, you know, it's okay. All right, so I'm going to throw some fluid in here. I think I want to get some... let's throw the roses back. Let's grab some more grass. Oops, that's not grass. That's fluid. Okay, just going to throw a little bit of grass there. All right, now I happen to have lots of different types of flowers, so... Only one pink tulip, though. That's interesting. Okay, so we're just going to... You know, the orange is the wrong color to put back there. Maybe let's put the orange up front, and I'll put the pink tulip back here. Okay. Now, let's see. I do want to run a few more flowers. Let's take some of these cornflowers because they're cool. All right. Now, the nice thing is these bushes are going to sprout up and become nice big berry bushes. Right? In fact, maybe what I want to do is take that there, and let's... Do I have more bluets, or did I... I think I do. I think I have more bluets. I do. Ooh, some lilies of the valley. Those would be good, too. Let's take some lilies of the valley. Oops. Plant those. Actually, maybe... No. I'll put bluet there. Let's plant some lilies over here. Okay? Sure. That'll be good. Now, are we doing... I don't like where that placed. So let's try... Maybe put some allium there. Okay. Now let's go get some grass. Grass. There we go. I'm just going to plant a little bit of grass just sort of around this way. Okay? Cool. So it's spreading out a little bit from the potted area. All right, so that's not bad. Okay, it's got some nice little. No, it's got some good character, but I want to bring the. Let's go ahead and just bring the podzol in here. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's not too bad. I think I am going to bring some podzol around this way. Whoa. Okay, so. Sorry, Ender. I am falling into your, all of your redstone here. Not my intention. Okay. All right, so just, drop some other flowers in here. I think let's take some of these orange tulips. Okay, and now what else would be good around the side here? Let's drop some more lilies over here as well. And then do I have oops, wrong box. I do have some poppies. Cool. They're simple flowers, but they work really well there. So, cool. So that's not bad for all that good stuff. So, okay, cool. Cool. So, that's good. All right, so the next thing I still need some light here. So, how do I want to bring some light? Now, what I could do, the real basic way would just be to drop a couple of those, leaf-colored glowstone blocks right in there. Okay. I also want to take these out. Do I still have my lanterns? I do. Oh, I don't. I need some potted plants up here as well. So what if I put... Ow. What if I step into this bush? Okay. No, I don't like that. I don't. I think it throws off all of this stuff here. However, what if I were to take some Blackstone. Let's try the polished blackstone. Let's maybe put some of the flowers away. Flowers are lovely in the spring. And I do want to grab some of the brick as well. But what if I were to just come up this way? Okay. That might... certainly it's going to work to deal with the lights, but I think it's just too close to the my entryway arch here. So, yeah. Okay, so that's not gonna work. So I think what I'll do is a little bit of stepping in bushes again. Not quite what I had in mind, but it is fun, I suppose. So we'll just keep doing it. All right, so how do I want to handle that? For those of you who are into organ fugues, we got that going for you today too. All right, so let's just... So maybe I'll just cheat it. All right, so let's just put that down right there. Okay, and if I do the same thing over here. Now, when I cover this up with the leaves, yeah, I still need a little bit of light here. Okay, so what if I move this back? Okay, that's better. Okay, so I can do that. Cool. Let's go and take these ones out. And where's my dirt? Hello, dirt. All right, take this one out too. Great. Cool. So now let's get the oak leaves, because that's how Mandolin was doing stuff here. So I'll be a little bit consistent. Surprisingly enough, that also puts it in line with the rest of that stuff. So, all right, cool. So that gives me enough light, except for right on top of that brick. Okay. All right. Well, that's easily handled, I suppose. Oh, what? No, I don't want to take out the cobblestone there, because that's part of the framing of the door. But I do need a little bit of light coming through there. So I think what I'll do is maybe I'll just put another lamp over here. I've been putting them on tables, so that's just fine. I can do that. Okay, and now I need to get some bricks to make some pots, but that'll be fine. But see, that's going to shed enough light over here, and I definitely need to go get some pots for various reasons. So, actually, before I go jumping all over the world... Do I have bricks? Obviously not in that one. And that's just dirt. Apparently not. So, all right. Let's jump back here, which I need to rename that teleport point. Do I have bricks over here? I had bricks, but I might have turned them into brick blocks. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Just buy something. Because that's how this works. Let's just grab a couple of... That should work. Emerald that all up. All right, hi. Here, let's start at this end this time. I always start at the other end. Okay, Well, that's way more bricks than I was thinking. Because I was paying attention. Just, we'll just take care of some of this right now. All right, put my wallet back. Okay, cool. So I need some pots. Okay, you can go there, and then I just need one more. Wonderful. Great. Plenty of flower pots. Perfect. And I'll just leave those bricks here, where I will totally remember that that's where they are. Okay? Totally. All right. Let's go and open this up. Put our there we go. Put the top on our lamp. I really want to be able to put a bell on top of that, but I can't. So that's disappointing. All right, so I do want to put a couple of those there, and let's see what flowers would be good at the front of this. I think just for some contrast, I think I'll put cornflower in one and maybe the allium in the other. Okay, right. Just put the allium in one and grab the cornflower, put it in the other. I mean, that's kind of okay. Could put bluet in there. Where's the flower pots? There we go. No, the bluet's too small. I was hoping I wanted something a little bushier, but I don't think I've got that. Do I have... Ooh, you know what? I've got some orchids. Or... You know... I keep screwing up how I click on things. There we go. There's some orchids. That's a little bit better. That's good. Okay, they don't quite as much as I'd like, but that's not too bad. All right, cool. So... All right, and I believe this is all lit up enough. It's not spawnable, so that's a plus. Cool. All right, now I thought about building a tree or something over here. There really isn't room. There's that tree, which is part of the garden. It looks great. But this is not. So let's get over here. So take this stuff out. Goes there. Drop some leaves in there. All right. Do the same song and dance. Oh, okay. Same song and dance over here. Put the leaves back in. Yeah, put the whole leaf. Take the whole leaf out. You put the whole leaf in and shake it all about. All right. So next thing. Yeah. Just do the same dance over here. All right, just to keep things all bright and shiny, because bright and shiny is a good thing, right? People like shinies. Okay. Try that again. There we go. All right, so we'll just, there we go. Yep, see, we're getting there. We're getting there. Except I think I screwed that one up. Okay, so that'll go there. This one actually needs to be back a block. Okay, so that needs to come out. Okay, and I need to put it in right there. Okay, so fill in some dirt. And that'll come out and be leaves. Cool. Alright, so that's now all lit and exciting. And just to be sure, yep, it's not too exciting over here. That's a problem I was certainly concerned about, but I'm good. No need to worry about any of that here. So, cool. Yeah. All right. So, got all that going. We got this going. Oh, we do have another spot for a flower. So, let's, or actually, rather than a flower, let's put a little bit of tall grass over there. Or just grass. It could be tall, but in this case, it's not. It's just grass. All right. Cool. All right, well, I'll just throw the flower pots in there too. Okay, so now that's another lot I can't build over here. So this isn't looking too bad, right? Just meander right on over. So it's a little bit plain on that side. The design of this house, man. I actually was looking at pictures of the house, and yeah, that's how the roof goes. It goes right to the edge of the wall and doesn't actually angle around, which is interesting and okay. Okay, but I think that's got some nice nice little pathing going on it. Let's I'm gonna take some slabs. I'm just gonna run a little bit right here as well. Just come around the outside of this just a little bit. Just to widen that walkway just a bit. It's harder to see because I've got all my shulkers in the way. But I think that'll be good. I think it's already good. Gives it a little bit of good stuff there. Okay, so how we doing? So far, so good, because those are two things that go together. All right, so that goes up that way. You know what? I don't really need that on the screen right now. Okay, so that's going that way. Do I want to? I think I'll leave the back. I was thinking of planting some stuff back here, but I'll leave that this way. There's the possibility. Just okay, right? There's a shop here, right? You got this shop right here. But it's possible we could actually build a little bit of road coming back this way and having more shops coming along over here. So, though I suspect if more shops come in, maybe they'll spring up over here. That's probably the right place for them to go. But I think what I want to do, I have all of this spruce. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So I think maybe what I'll do is maybe back here. Let's build up a tree. Now, this may come as a shock to many people here. I'm really bad at trees. Okay, not good at them at all. It may be because it requires some form of artistic talent, which I'm not 100% sure I have in great abundance. Okay, but I'm just going to try to... just bring this out this way a little bit. Now, if you've ever seen spruce, sometimes they almost look like they've got this spiral action going on. So I'm going to sort of go with that here a little bit. Obviously, this tree's a little bare, so we'll bring it out a little bit, but so this is one of those things I really need to find some good tutorials. Here's how you make a tree. Okay, this is definitely not. Okay, so there are trees that look good, and then there's this. I guess it's maybe not as bad as I'm making it out to be. But okay, I will say, however, that if this tree were like someone I went to school with, I don't think I'd want to make out with it. Okay, so that's just not there. Let's bring a little bit of it down this way, perhaps. Perhaps not. Okay, so that's just not happening. All right, so that's going up there. This is too wide here. I suppose the whole tree could be a little bit tall. Maybe what I want to do is actually make it taller. That's perhaps a good idea. Okay, so all right, so we'll just run some stuff around the side here, and I need some more leaves. You know, trees have surprisingly large numbers of leaves on them. You know, it's like they have nothing else to do. They're bored. They just sit there making leaves. Okay. You know, it's like, come on, tree. Fire up Netflix or something. Okay, so just bring this sort of out. This is, I'm not super thrilled with this, but take that out. Yeah, so it's a sort of a tree. I think it needs to be a little bit, make it a little bit wider down here. Okay, so you know, I have an artificial Christmas tree. It comes with instructions. Here's how to make this piece of metal and plastic look like an actual tree. You know, so I don't have to worry about it. It just does it. It's like, so I'm like, okay, cool. All right, so what are we doing here? This is... Okay, take that out. All right, so next... Okay, so how does that... It's looking a little bushy on top. Let's give it a shave. Okay, that's not too bad. I could kind of go with that. That looks tree-ish. I do want to come under here though and just place some leaves right there. Yeah, maybe we'll go like that. So it's just looking a little bit flat, kind of. Maybe let's do this. Okay. Ow. Silly berry bushes. Oh yeah, berry bushes have filled out. Oh yeah, that gives a great look to that flower bed. I'm really looking forward to the azaleas, which are showing up in 1.17. I like having another sort of bushy flower. Okay, cool. So that's doing okay. I've got a little tree going on back here, which is good. This hill's too steep to really plant a tree on. Now I thought about doing a little something back here, but I don't want to eat up too much of the common space. So I think maybe I'll leave it. I do want to take some of this dirt though, and just bring this hill out this way a little bit. Okay, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. All right, so yeah, the side walls, both that brick and this blue terracotta, are solid. Though that one, I guess, does have a couple of windows in it. Because, you know, this is where I'm putting in all of the containers holding, you know, goods, right? Well, there's the diamonds, there's the tools. You know, this is... It almost looks like this evoker is stuck in the barrel. Which is okay, I suppose, but, you know, that's all right. Yeah, so if you need, you know, pillager heads or, you know, vindicator, which they practically look the same, or, you know, evoker heads, this is definitely the place for you. I'm thinking of using these two barrels. They're mostly here just for decoration, but I may take these and throw discount items in there. It's like, oh, look, here's one diamond for whatever, everything in here is a diamond. Grab whatever. So, and I may throw a crossbow, you know, change a crossbow in there, or, you know, just whatever. Discount bin. Right, sure. Okay, so that's a thing, definitely. Yeah, I was just trying to see if I wanted to replace any of those, and I think not. I think those are okay. Of course, this would be interesting in the garden as well, but we'll take what we've got. All right, so that's not too bad, actually. All right, so let's go ahead and drop that back in there. Okay, so we'll just slap that back in the old inventory. Oh, the old inventory is full. Okay. So I'll just put the dirt back in the old inventory. Okay. Okay, it's in the shulker. We're good. Okay. So that's all right. Right? So you come down from the market, right? It's like, okay, there's this sort of silly looking house. But it's got that. Got this going on here. Ooh, actually, let's take out these stairs. And if I replace the... Oh, no, I don't want to screw with the sidewalk. I'm just going to leave it there. It'll be fine. Second. Oh, I could just replace it with the granite going all the way across. I don't want to. I'm going to leave it that way. But yeah, so it's I've got this nice little area here. It's got some flowers. Magical odds and ends. Ooh, I do need a couple of things, I think. So, first up, let's grab the toolbox and grab a crafting table. All right, because one of the things, actually, I probably don't even need a crafting table for this. Yeah, this one. Is I need, yeah, some polished there so that I can get a polished blackstone pressure plate. Okay, that's going to go right there. Cool. So yeah, the door opens as if by magic. All right. I can pretend that's super exciting, but it's not. Okay, and now I actually do have some oak. Cool. All right, so let's grab some... Well, I guess I'm grabbing all the planks. Cool. That's fine. That's fine. I almost wanted... I could almost make that a different color and just play up the whole welcome mat thing that, you know. I don't know what I would... Because I can make it... I could go with the warped crimson on it, but I think it's okay. I think I'll just leave it that way to blend in with the wood. Okay, cool. So that works. That works. Okay, so the shop's just about done. I've got room to add some stock. I was thinking of throwing some enchanted shovels because my villagers, I've got some enchanted shovels. I thought about maybe tossing them in there. I also have a couple of other things. So let's pull out the library first of all. All right, and let's just fill out some more of the just some more of the shelf here. Oops. Okay, because, you know, why not? All right, and then the efficiency 5, which I've got plenty of, but okay, and then I don't know if I want to throw the soul speed in there or not. So for now, I'll just leave it. I definitely want to keep the soul speed 3 for me because I need to think about throwing that on some boots. But I was thinking maybe throw the soul speed 2 in there. Hey, Kaboom! How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fabulous day this fine Thursday. How are things going with you today? Okay. All right, so yeah. So I've got some place to throw in a couple of other things there if I want to. But rabbit's feet, for example. I do want to throw some rabbit's feet in some of these barrels. I think I'll reserve that for some books. But, yeah, throw some rabbit's feet and maybe something else. But for now, okay. You got to walk through the door before it closes in your face. Otherwise, you just get a bruise on your nose, and that's not good. So, yep, and howdy back you well, Kaboom. Yep. Said, hopefully your day is going well. I like how that these don't, this fence doesn't force this guy to put the post on the end like this does. It's just a nice little thing. Okay, cool. So we've got that going. We've got this fun little house going. All right. Things are... I think that's going to be about it on this... on my shop. So... Magical odds and ends. I'll leave the now open sign up for a few days, a week maybe, just cause I already announced that it's open in Mandolin's Discord, so in theory people know that it's there. Okay. But I think overall, not bad. I said that tree maybe could use some work, but all right. I'm glad it's going well, Kaboom. I'm glad. All right, cool. Sweet. So I will call it there. Sweet. That is good. Awesome, awesome. So let's jump back to storage. Which, yeah, say, do I have a spot to sort granite? You know what I really need to do is figure out the multi-item sorting. So I can just get all of the granite stuff going into this. There's a way to do it. I don't know what it is. It's one of those things. I need to look it up. All right. So, yeah, hang on a sec. Okay. That's definitely a thing. Suddenly, my throat decided, I'm just going to start to close up on you. Good luck with that. So, yeah. And I'm just, things going into the overflow. So many things in the overflow. It's great. All right, so next thing, do I want to do anything else with the store or not? I think I'm okay. Go ahead and just throw the flower box in there. All right, so good. Good. Oh, I do want to take all of this obsidian. I want to take it back and throw it in. So it's all in the same place. So let's jump back in here to the... Oh, yeah. I forgot. I ticked off the pigs. The piglins. They're not happy with me. They might have forgotten about it by now, actually. We'll find out here in a minute. I opened the box. It annoyed them, Alright, I think I'm okay. They seem to not be around and worried about it, so I'm okay with that too. Sweet, so. Alright, also, I don't need the hoe out anymore. I was doing stuff with it before, so... Yeah, I think... Oh, yeah, he's... Of course, they're not happy with me. I just opened a box. Well, tough. Y'all are stuck in a bottle. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Welcome to real life. Sometimes you get stuck in a bottle, and all of your rage is going to do nothing. Not unlike being in high school. Alright, so... Cool. So that's there. Gold farm is, farming on occasion. Alright, so let's see now. What's next? I had some thoughts, but I don't remember what those thoughts are now, so let's just jump back over here for the moment. Going to sleep. Oh, and so I think I figured out how I need to deal with my rabbit farm, by the way. This thing has been a mess because the rabbits keep dying. And not intentionally so here. They keep dying up there. Which makes it really hard to, feed them and breed them and all that stuff. So, because what's happening is they're getting the design, you'll see this everywhere. There are a number of places. I think OMG Craft is where I saw this particular design, or most of it. The problem is that the bunnies, when you're theoretically in kill mode, right, they're supposed to drop through the fence, right? You slide that over, and they do. That part works great. The problem is that a number of the adults get kind of stuck there. So when I turn on the water, first off, they don't flush up for me to breed them. And second, they die. Neither of which is high on my list of things I want to have happen. So I think what I'm going to have to do is feed the rabbits here when I'm ready to go back into kill mode. Leave it closed, breed them up so you get all the bunnies, turn the water off, or actually leave the water on, switch it back over to the fence, turn the water off so the bunnies fall through, and then go back to it. So I turn the water back on, switch it back, and that, I think, will keep the rabbits alive. It's annoying. I shouldn't have to do that, but I think that's kind of how this is going to have to work. So yeah, that's annoying, but, you know, let's go with it. You sometimes have to make those weird things. Weird compromises of whatever. Okay, cool. So now, let's see. The iron farm is doing its thing. Okay, so that's starting to fill up. So I'm getting ready to trade some carrots back in town. They've got the villagers in the nerdy city have slightly better carrot trades than these guys do. Right? Even with, I suppose, when I get Hero of the Village, these do even better. But, of course, the ones in the nerdy city probably do better too. I haven't tried it. I should. Let's go find out. All right, so where... Oh, I took the time off. There it is. It's 9:30. Cool. So plenty of time before dark. So let's meander over and see what the Hero of the Village does for the carrot trade in the city. All right, I grab a boat, but I really don't need to. This one. This one leads to the Pillager Tower. All right. Okay. So let's meander up and say hello to the pillagers. Uh-oh. Well, that's annoying. Okay, well, I'll just fill it with wood. I got a couple of places where I need to do some... Oh, you know what? Could you stop shooting at me for long enough to do stuff? Thanks. Yeah, I need to fill that in. But that's a problem for future me. Present me is going to go kill this dude with the flag. Hi. Could you just be dead? Thanks. Okay, cool. See? Easy peasy. Of course, it helps that I can fly. I mean, let's be fair. Now, what I want to do actually back there at that outpost is I want to tear it down and put in just a thing where that has a word to describe it. Put in a bad omen farm, basically. Okay. Turn this on. Oh, that's still hopping. This thing occasionally gets stuck with the heads. I don't know quite why, but it absolutely, the heads get stuck in there. And I don't quite understand why that is. It's really bizarre, but... Okay, and down we go. Yeah, for those of you who've seen Ray's design for a raid farm, this isn't it. Some similarities, but doesn't have most of the redstone that complicates that. This was, I forgot who I got this this farm from. Okay. Yeah, so we'll just there we go. See? Lots of dead pillagers. That's the important. Come on. There we go. Y'all gonna be dead soon. Soon. Okay. Now the catch is, so I managed to kill one to get the bad omen effect again. Occasionally I run into that issue where it doesn't actually drop. It doesn't actually drop another pillager. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, here it comes. Like the leader doesn't always make it up, down, and so it's occasionally they get stuck. So part of that's my fault. I'm going too fast. All right, well, all right, well that's annoying. I mean, I have Hero of the Village, but I want the higher levels. So okay, come on. Come on, come on. Just slide through. We'll do this again. See, it's just so much faster to meander through the Nether. And since it looks like things are loading nicely, I was having some lag issues with world loading and stuff for a while. I think that had to do with some of the number of people that were on the server at the time when I was testing it. So, okay, yep, need to trim this back here a little bit. Okay, fine, shoot me. That's how that's supposed to work. Okay, let's see if I can find a leader back out here somewhere. I really need to clean up this mess. Okay. Because I don't want them to be able to just walk in. That's what that wall is. In theory, they don't spawn inside the wall. This area, 8 blocks outside the outpost. Which means now that I have it walled off, I should be able to do fun and exciting things like build stuff. But I could be... Oh, because all the trees. That's why. Why are they getting through there? Well, it's because of the trees. Okay, well, we'll just take care of those trees right now. Oh, hi. How are you? So don't mind me. I'm just going to cut down some trees. Okay, sure. They're your trees. Just think of me as being the HOA. You know, where I can just come in and destroy your property. Oops, well... And accidentally shoot somebody in the face. I think that's how the HOA works, right? I don't have one. I'm not, fortunately, because I think they are ultimately destructive of personal liberties. But that's a whole separate discussion. In the meantime, I need a dude with a flag. Okay, you want to, like, come on out of there? That'd be great. Thanks. All right. Come on. Yeah, because that's the idea. Is I want to build this up so I get a bad... It's basically a bad omen farm. The pillagers themselves, I really don't care about. But the bad omen effect is sort of important to me. So eventually... Oh, I probably need to light it up in there too, which might make that a little nicer. All right, come on, guys. Where's the... Take me to your leader. You a leader? Nope, you're just a dude under a tree. All right, tell you what. I'm going to go take a nap. It's getting dark. I'm going to come sleep. And then I'll head back there and we'll just see who's around. Okay, it'll be great. They'll love it. Oops. I'm lost. I know there's a portal around here somewhere. Turns out it's outside. And that's just how it goes. You put it there, you know. So, just bunny hop my way around here. I need to get some more blue ice. Fill out the rest of these tunnels, but... Alright, so... I don't think I need to wipe the Hero of the Village thing off my status before I go hunting up more bad omens, but... Okay. Oh, good. Those trees are starting to fall apart. That's a good sign. Okay. You know, they are harring all over the place. Let's see. Do we have some of those times? Oh, you know. Maybe I'll launch fireworks at them. That'll be fun. Of course, I don't have exploding fireworks. I just have plain boring fireworks. Okay. How do those guys get in? I mean, it's possible they spawned in, I suppose, but... Okay. They're definitely jumping over from here. That's... Oops. Hey, shovel. Okay, cool. Alright, come on, guys. Out you go. This. You know, sometimes you just want them to... want the leaders to show up so you can just kill them. I might just have to kill a couple of them anyway, just as an example to the others. Hi. Here, be on fire. Okay. So he was successfully on fire. Okay. You know, there's a rule about attacking somebody with an unloaded weapon. Oh, well, okay. I think the rule is don't do it. So I'm glad that these people are stupid. Alright, so skewered a few of them. Let's see if that prompts some more leaders. Alright. Well, I have milk, right? Yes. I also have a few arrows in my body. It happens. You know, you just... Is that a leader there? Nope, that's a normal guy. Alright. Let's just take that off. It shouldn't matter. Okay. Absolutely shouldn't. But sometimes it does. So, I saw a cow over here a minute ago. That's a donkey. Donkeys are like cows without the whole milk thing. Alright, where are you? Ah, there's the leader. Awesome. Lacking in the cow. Maybe if I milk the leader, he'll be okay. Will that... Okay. Gotta actually shoot the bow. Alright, cool. Well, he's dead. Ah, there's a cow. Awesome. Alright. Well, since things seem to be spawning... Oh, hi. You're not supposed to be in here. Hi. This is a pillager-free zone. I have declared it so by my right as conqueror, and that is something that pillagers should all recognize. Alright. Alright, so we'll just meander through here and let's go see how this goes. Alright. Because I'm hoping that I'm just curious to see what the how the carrot trade works in the nerdy village when I've got the hero of the village award going on. Okay, let's come on, get up there. All right. Okay, good. So the good news is they're making all sorts of noise. All right. And so down they come. Eventually. See? There we go. Alright. You know, it's just... See, this is why I can have so many totems of undying in my shop. Okay. You wanna, like, be here so I can stab you? Okay. Oh, good. There it is. Bad Omen level 2 or something. Okay, get y'all. Yeah, oh, level 3. Cool. So down we go. Start the next raid up, and apparently there were still a couple of raiders up there. Alright, cool. Well, that's fine. That's just fine. Of course, the problem is it may have just screwed up the rest of the raid, but okay. Come on down. You're the next contestant on I Will Stabby You. Come on, got this. Alright, so at some point, we'll hopefully get another Bad Omen. I'd like to get that up to a Bad Omen 5, but apparently it's still going on, so... I was hearing more raid trumpets. That's never a good sign, right? Oh, good, there's the leader, so... Right, so that's Bad Omen something or other. Hopefully like 4 or 5, something like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the Vex security system, just in case I don't quite kill an evoker fast enough, and they decide to get, and are able to get Vex off. That usually catches most of them before they get too deadly. Alright. Alright. Well, let's drop a few of them down here, shall we? Yes, this is... You know, I should change what I've got in my hotbar. Let's go ahead and repair my shovel. Okay, he's standing a little far back. Just a little bit. I can usually hit just about everybody in there. Alright, good. Another Bad Omen. Awesome. Oh, Bad Omen 2? Well, that's not how that's supposed to go. Alright, well, that's fine, I guess. I can have Bad Omen 2. Alright, well, let's, I guess make sure they're all dropped. They probably are, but, no, except for that guy. I guess a couple of them didn't quite decide to follow their friends down into the death and destruction that was awaiting them. Yeah, because I'd like to get this out. There's like Bad Omen 5 or something, which I think is a thing. And then just see what the trades are in the Nerdy City for carrots. Not that I'm going to be in any need of emeralds after all of this. Seriously. There's so many emeralds. Yeah, which will be good. Because, you know, buy bricks. Keep my store stocked, you know. Build beacons. Other than the fact I don't have the nether stars. But. I know, this is so exciting. Look, I'm looking through a crack. Cutting them in their little bitty ankles. Okay. I'm not entirely sure why I keep going back to Bad Omen 1, but... I keep just getting the victory. That might be it. Alright, well, we'll drop down here and try it again. Okay, so just throw a few of those things back into the sorting system so I don't have to worry about them again. All right, here we go. This should. Okay. See, if you stand back here, they pretty much can't see you. So until you hit them, they're going to kind of ignore you. So that's the thing. I should be. Can't be all done. I don't have another Bad Omen or a Hero of the Village. That would really be the wrong way for that to happen. Okay. Get everybody? What's the issue here, man? Oh, hi. Okay, he was definitely there. All right. Okay. I think that's all of them. So, the raid is done. I don't have Bad Omen. I don't have Hero of the Village. Well, that was not at all how that was supposed to happen. Not even a little bit. Okay, now, I may have to work out a little bit of something here too, just so I can. I've got flight. I guess it doesn't matter. Just because this is a little bit annoying. Just because it doesn't. The pillager heads don't drop correctly, and I don't know why. It's weird. It is totally bizarre in all sorts of fun ways. But, speaking of bizarre, I didn't get Hero of the Village, and that's just strange. Alright, well, fine. Let's throw all of the heads in. See, I get a few. And every once in a while I'll find a crossbow. It's like, alright, this has enough awesomeness on it that I want to keep this one around. I'm going to need a little bit of inventory space free. Okay, so let's see. Just drop that gold nugget in there. All right, cool. Well, see, you get a lot of stuff. Got a number of totems here. it's a number. Having gone through certainly enough of those raids, it's like, why do I sell them in my store? Because I can. So yes, if you're one of those happy people on Mandolin server, feel free to stop by my new shop. You know, magical odds and ends, and you too can buy Totems of Undying for probably way too much, but it's okay. The other thing to be aware of, like I need to be aware of it right now, is be sure you don't have anything spawnable down here when you start a raid, because otherwise you can end up with all sorts of... Yeah, so that's filling up, which is great. You can end up with raiders spawning down here, and that would be bad. That would be so very bad. So, go grab the saddles. Now, I'm selling saddles too, but those are not something that people tend to buy a lot of, you know? It's like, oh, I'll grab one or two, but, you know, still, I've got some. So, you know, I will sell them and make, well, I was going to say a fortune, but I don't think that's actually going to be the case. I'll make some, though. See, the potions of instant health are going to be great. Say I throw those in the store, too, because why not? You know, I'm not using them. I might as well sell them to somebody who will. Yeah, see, there's another one that I think I'll repair up. Okay. Because yeah, some of these crossbows, they've got some nice enchantments on them. So now I might be weird. Actually, no, that's not true. I know I'm weird. There's every evidence that I am weird, but I like crossbows. That's why I use one. Yeah, they're a little more accurate over distance, that type of thing. Okay, so that crossbow. The rest of these, yeah, not really. Well, quick charge 2 is nice on it, I suppose, but... Okay, I don't think there's anything else there that I want. Ooh, sticks! Ooh, ah. Okay. Just use that. Okay. So, one crossbow. Yeah, so you get some piercing, quick charge on breaking 3. Those are reasonably nice, you know? So, again, some more potions of instant health, and things are good. Yeah, this is just the, alright, I don't want any of this. Just pump it out into lava. Okay, and let's see. So I have a few diamonds. Or a few emeralds. I kind of wish they were... Yeah. Unfortunately, there aren't that many witches, so their drops are pretty slow. Glass bottles are kind of nice. For my honey that I sell, I suppose I could sell actual honey in bottles. All right. This will be good. All right. Turn that back on so that the drops actually go in there. And I don't know why I'm saving ominous banners. I honestly don't. There's probably a reason. Maybe some people are going to want them. I don't know. Does anybody like to collect ominous banners? So I'm kind of thinking that's not going to be the case, but oh, I have a disposal right here. I don't want those wheat seeds. They will, there. Now I don't have them. Ha-ha! See, it's a miracle. That's how that works. All right. Yeah, see, I don't really need the potions of instant health, but... Ooh, it's also... Well, sunrise is happening. I guess I'm not too worried about it. So let's warp back to the market. I'll drop these. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. The server will catch up with me eventually. Go ahead and drop these potions in the store here. Potions, oh, instant health. There we go. So we'll just stack up a few of those. Yeah, maybe people will want them, maybe they won't. But my whole desire here of, oh, let's see what the hero of the village does to the trader here didn't really work out as well as I was hoping. Yep. All right, well, cheese nuggets. I think that's something I'm going to have to play with a little bit offline. In the meantime, let's breed up a few more a few more rabbits. The carrots are taking care of themselves. Actually, they're not. I've got plenty of villagers taking care of my carrots. Okay, hey, you guys want to... Apparently I've been here recently enough. I've fed them recently enough. They're not doing the whole breeding thing right now, so. All right, well, we'll let them do their thing. Let the babies grow and all that good stuff. So, yeah. So I'm not sure how much I want to sell rabbit's feet for. If you have a suggestion, how many diamonds would you pay for rabbit's feet? You know, was that, 2, 1, 4? I don't know how often people are making potions of speed and potions of jumping or however those work, but you know, I guess maybe they'll do something. Get the sharpness. Yep. See, this is why I'm selling these in the shop. Oops. He doesn't care. Yeah, and this is why I come back with Hero of the Village, because then this price for this chest plate drops to 1. It's like, okay, I will buy lots of those. Thank you very much. And that's actually not a bad enchantment on that too. So, all right. And you know, I could buy saddles. I can sell them. I don't need them anymore. I've got plenty. All right. Well, that's doing its thing. Let's meander up here for a minute. So, I was hollowing this place out a little bit to put in something up here. And I'm not entirely sure what. I think maybe what I'll do, I could put in an enchanting room. That would be fairly reasonable. And maybe what I'll do is I will set it up with the pistons. I have to go find a good tutorial on how to do this. One of the things you can do, right, when you do enchantments, I typically just build the whole thing out. Give me the max enchantments. But sometimes some enchantments you want are easier to get on a lower level enchanting table. So one of the things you could do is you could wire up a item frame to sticky pistons underneath bookshelves. And when you rotate it, it's either full power or chunk. It just lowers enough sections around the enchanting table that you can do other stuff. Oh, okay. You got him. It's like, wait a minute. I hear a zombie pigman. What's going on? Okay. He came through the portal and security took care of him. So yeah, so maybe that's what I'll do here. I'll need to take a look and see what that redstone circuit looks like. I don't think it's bad because it's the item frame just gives out. So item frame goes into a comparator, which then spits out certain power based off of where it is on the dial, basically. And then you can use that to chunk down the pistons. So, but I don't remember what level each enchanting level's at, you know, how many bookshelves I need to drop, that type of thing. So that'll be interesting to go play with. Okay. Cool. Thank you. You were very helpful. Thank you so much. And let's hope these guys just manage to stay in here. I don't know why I felt the need to have villagers out here, but I did, and they are. It's a thing. Yeah. All right, so let's see now. I was stashing some flesh around here somewhere. I don't need a lot of rotten flesh. I don't need a lot of rotting flesh either, but stuff that's already rotten, it's not ideal. But it's nice to feed to the clerics, especially if I ever manage to pick up the hero of the village again. So now these guys, I've zombified them and cured them. I think all of them like 3 times. So they're all in pretty good shape price-wise. So certainly nice when I show up then with the hero status. All right. So that's what I've got going there. Now so I've got a few minutes. I'm not really figuring out what I'm going to be doing next. I should be, but I'm not. Let me show you a little bit about what I've got planned here. So, this way. Okay. So, here's Souls. Whoa! Black casts! They were not happy with me. Anyway, so somewhere around this way, I think. Yes, there it is. There's this lovely fortress, right? So I was thinking what might be good. Just, you know what? Go away. I don't need you around. I really don't. You know, all of you and your little friends, I don't need you. But I was thinking what might be good is right down, yeah, this way. Is a blaze spawner. Now, I was thinking it might be fun to do is build a blaze farm. Right? And it's kind of nice because it's already... Oh, hi. Yeah, that's right. It's a fairly extensive light system we have to put in place, but... So yeah, so I was thinking that might be fun to do one of these days. Also, there's... This fortress, I think, has enough like intersections and things like this one that I might be able to set up a nether skeleton farm. Okay, this is a pretty... that's nether waste. It's a pretty small and simple nether fortress. There's isn't a whole lot. I say, and then I come around the corner. Yeah, there isn't a whole lot here that's just... oops, down. Down, I say. Alright, well, I take that back. There's more to this... well, I guess not, because that's my... is it? Nope, that's just glowstone. Cool. So the fortress is here. It's kind of nice. I may have to come out here and explore some more and do some more stuff, but you know, I think for the most part, it's kind of okay. Oops. So I may just take this and use it take that fortress, use it as a blaze spawner, because I don't really have a way of getting blaze rods right now. And if I want to do any enchanting and stuff, that's going to be sort of important. So, all right. Well, looking at the time and feeling how full my bladder is right now, I think I'm going to just go ahead and call it a night. It's stopping, a couple minutes early, but I really need to pee. So let's go ahead and I want to thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to fire up the end credits as well because y'all are super and awesome, and I want to thank all of you for participating today. It's been a lot of fun. I also want to point you all at my Patreon at patreon.com/musicfreegaming, where you can get exclusive content and a number of other fun things. So be sure to check that out. Oops, of course, there we go. Socials. You can follow me on all the socials at Music Free Gaming on Twitter, Instagram, or join the Discord for other fun and exciting discussions. All right, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to this VOD, which is getting uploaded to YouTube, and then let's go see who's around to raid. So for those of you on YouTube, be excellent to each other.